Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Factorio, shall we? Continuing our complete beginner's guide here, and I think it's time for us to resume working on this oil field. This was the whole intention in the first place, and we finished our train. You can see here it's waiting at this stop because the inventory is only half full. I can actually just click on the train to go see like what in God's name is going on here, and it's not filling up. You see, it's going to take forever for it to get there, and we're going to remove the second car so that we can have the train actually moving. But in the meantime, we need to finish this. So these are receiving no power. So I'm going to actually go about the business of just building some electricity up here. We already have it down here. We just need to kind of bring up the power with some larger poles. So we have these medium electric poles, and I would like to put those on my hotbar. Let's see, how many do I have in my inventory? I have a bunch. So I'm going to get rid of small electric poles. Don't need those anymore. You know what? I should. They are on my hotbar. I just need to go put this right here. There we go. I did have them. I was wondering. I was like, what's going on here? All right. And we don't have any big electric poles at the moment because we don't have enough sticks. So I'm going to hold left click and I'm just going to run. And then we'll install these at max distance so that I can run these up here. To begin supplying these with power. And now, these are all doing their thing. You can check the grid, and we're fine. We're actually, the power grid's going to be really favorable for us because we're not researching anything. And we need a bunch of pipes. And I can make a ton, so I will make, hundreds of these for the time being. I don't want to make all of them, but I'm going to make a bunch. Alright, so now, here's how you do oil. You can see this thing is trying to get oil, but it's full. So I need to actually create a pipe, and, well, we have to move that, because it's in the way, but that's fine. There. And we're just going to pull all of these pipes out. The tree's in the way. No problem. Like this. And when you're laying pipe, like the water, you see you can tell what's inside the pipe. It'll show it. And you can merge these pipes in all sorts of ways. We're going to bring this down and just connect them, and they will automatically join up. So now all of the oil is being pumped through. Now, it is worth mentioning, you can't walk through the pipe. So if you want to make life more convenient for yourself, which we do, I'm going to make some underground pipe. In general, when you can, you want to be using pipe to ground. You want to run your pipes under the ground. And the reason you want to do that is because the pressure for the pipe is maintained better over distance if it's underground. I'm just going to pull these out above ground so that they're easy to see. But what we're going to do is start immediately now practicing. I'm going to pick up in my inventory. I'm going to get rid of this because I don't need it there, and I go pipe to ground and show you how this works. It's very similar to an underground conveyor. You make it basically face the opposite direction, and then you can see when I drag this down underneath, the yellow dashed lines appear saying, okay, the pipe is running underground, and then this would be the maximum amount it can go. It can go really far. So I could do this. And the only issue, of course, if I wanted to do that, was that these wouldn't be able to connect. So what I'd have to do is be sneaky and turn the corner with this and then put it right here. So now this oil is coming out, going here, and then going here. Same thing here. We'll just go ahead and rotate this. Actually, no, I'll put it right here. and then I will make it go here. Now look how long this can go. So now this is going here, and it's all coming down this line. These are all connected. In fact, if I wanted to, I could just turn this off and, do something like that just to, make it look cool. I can even just disrupt all of this and then do that. And now we have the exact same thing done, except most of this is underground, so I can walk around through it. Now, I did not connect this yet, so it's all getting stuck. So I'm going to bring this right here. So now this is coming out, going into here. And what we will do is just simply connect these like this. And then it's time to do this. And now the oil is all coming to this pipe. They're all connected, every single one of these. And it's all coming down in this direction. So what do I want to do with it? Well, we need to take oil and we need to process it. We need to process it in an oil refinery. All right, so with an oil refinery, which we don't have any of, and we need stone bricks to create. Did I not make any of this stuff? It doesn't look like I did. So we'll need to make that, and we'll also need to make chemical plants. So let's go back and get the stuff to make the rest of this. Now, what I'm going to actually do while I'm moving around is I'm just going to go down and I'm going to pick up our train. I'm going to run along the tracks because I'll push O, and you can see that this is still waiting here at full half cargo because the second cart is going to be so hard for us to fill, so we don't have any danger running along the track. But if we want something cool to happen, then we need to take off that second train car, and then this thing will just automate. We could use this second car at another date, but for now, I'm just going to pick this up. And now you can see I've picked this up, and this thing is actually full. And so let me see what's going on here. Oh, it's manually stopped. I'm going to turn it to automatic, and there it goes. So now it's actually going to work to stay off the tracks while that's going. And you can start to see this thing miraculously making the dream happen. I'm going to just drive my car. What's the easiest way to get there? Probably along the power lines. Follow my own power lines. All right, so we're going to go this way. And we're going to just follow these power lines over to here. And from this point, we could start picking things up that we need. So let's make sure that we have enough. I'm going to stop the car right here. So we want to make refineries and plants. So we need steel and we need stone bricks for that. No problem. Let's just go ahead and pick up everything that we need. We also need some yellow belts. We're kind of low on those. And we need sticks. So let's just get a few things here. So I'm going to take 100 sticks for now. I have more rail than I need. So I might go to my rail section and put some of this away. This is already full. I can just like alter this a bit. Oh, these are not rail. What in God's name am I doing? They're yellow. I do need these, but that's the wrong thing. Here, I'll get 200 of these. Those are yellow belts, not construction rails. Let's go ahead and seek elsewhere for what we need. Okay, so where did I put all of the steel? Did I not separate it yet? I knew I was just like standing there collecting it last time, but I do need to make a separate place to just store steel if I'm not doing so already. I just picked up, a ton of it, but all right, can I start making? Yeah, I'm gonna make 10 chemical plants. Yeah, I'm not storing steel at all. That's a mistake. So let's do that. Oh no, here it is. Haha. All right, great. And where are the bricks? My god, man. Where are the bricks? Alright, this is coal. So I can zoom in and I can see where I might be making that. This is stone, so it's probably around this section here. Where am I firing up my stone bricks? They go up here. There's the rail container. Am I not firing up stone bricks? That seems shameful. I'm just going to kick out some rail. I just don't need to carry that much. Free up space in my inventory. Alright, so I have a lot of stone coming in. Alright, well, let's just use the stone that we have. So we need to get stone bricks. So stone bricks require processing in a furnace. And let's see here. Okay. Let me put some furnaces down. And we'll just kind of go like this. And we'll do this. And we will do this. Power poles everywhere. And you don't have power. You do now. These need fuel to run. Do I want to give you fuel? That's a great question. I need stone bricks to make steel furnaces, however. All right, fine. Let's do it. I'm going to turn these electric, but I'll just take the coal that I have and just throw these in here for now. And there it goes. These just don't have fuel. No problem. All right, how many stone bricks we got? There we go. We're going to start converting these. I'm going to make steel furnaces, all three of them. Pick these up. And steel furnace, let's go. 1, 2. How about that? I keep making this mistake. I need electric furnace, not that. Wah wah. Okay. That was a classic. A classic Factorio blunder. All right. So then we are going to need to pull coal over here. Fine. Fine. We'll split it. And actually, I have coal coming right here. I can just run it like this. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to live dangerously. Actually, you know what? I got an idea. Just like that. This will work for all of them except the first one. There they go. This one, we just need to put this right here. And there it is. Oh, almost. It was almost genius. Okay. This is fine. We just take this apart. And then we split this and we say on the right, I only want the stone brick. That's it. Nothing else, please. Just stone bricks. Good. And then we pick these up. Well, actually, we can just make this go one up and then make sure it's working. Pick up the coal. And then now, have this happen. And we need to give it some power. There we go. And put in that many stone bricks for me. Thank you. All right. So now we've got stone bricks automated. We have a bunch of furnaces. We're using the stone that we already put over here for rails, and then we just brought in some coal. We shared this belt right here and split it correctly here so that we can just take off what we want. And this is going to provide us with enough of these. I'll just take all this so I can now make the oil refinery, and I need more steel, so let's get some. Here's my steel. I took 400. That's a lot, but honestly, I probably need it. So I'll make myself 10 of this. And you see, right away, we need pipe. Automated. When you start dealing in fluids, you're going to want to have that handled for you. So we've got the bus delivering plates. I don't need a ton of it, but I might as well. So right here, I'm just going to automate this. We're just going to go ahead and put down an assembler. 2 of them. And we want you to make just pipe. You make pipe. You make pipe to ground. All right, if I want you to make pipe to ground, I actually have to move you. Okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3. And then we'll turn you to pipe to ground like this. And then we'll say, hey, take. All right. And here we go. But this also needs plates, so we just take up here. Oh, we're out of... Need to get some more arms going. Let me pick these up. Actually, I'll just take them all. When am I not going to need inserters? The dream ends. Need a little bit more power. Alright. And we'll put a box here and a box here. And then now we've got pipes and pipe to ground. Plenty of all of this now being made. Now, how many do I have? I have 10 chemical plants and 10 oil refineries. That's a really good start. By the way, I'm just going to drop a random box right here. I do not need this wood. I mean, any of it. So I'm going to put it in there. I'm also just going to put some random stone in there that I don't really need. Okay. These small power poles don't need that. just clearing out my inventory with some trash. And now we've got pretty much everything that we need automated for the time being in terms of pipes. And I'll just take all of these that we've made and, all of those as well, and we can go. Awesome. All right, so we have now enough refineries and chemical plants, kind of, to go do some experimenting. We might want to make a few more of these, but we do have a fair bit of ingredients. I need to get some iron plates without question before we go. So let's pick those up. Where's the best place to clear iron plates? I've got to be putting them in a box somewhere. I'm certainly making enough of them. Well, no, that's not actually true. You really can't have enough. But you see this part of the belt is actually suffering a little bit. We might be running out of ore and need to get that. Alright. So I'm struggling to find a little box where I put iron plates. But that's okay. I can just stand on the belt and pick up a bunch. And we have plenty. Later in the game, it gets to be easier to figure out where you're storing all of your stuff. You could make a centralized hub and just put it all there instead of doing it more like on site as I'm doing it. But later in the game, you get some significant help for all of this. Alright. And here we go. There's our train. And we should stay out of its way. We could push O, actually, if we want to see how it's doing. Click on it, and you can see the green bar filling up as it stockpiles. And we're just going to ride up along the tracks with our car. Not going onto the tracks because... well, I can briefly cross them. Oh, dear. Because the train itself will go faster than this car, I do believe, and cause us all sorts of nightmare issues if it were to hit us, which we probably don't want. But we'll deal with that in a moment. Alright. Oh boy. You ever had one of those days when you're driving and you just run into boulders? Boy, that's the day I'm having. Alright. I don't even know if I cleared the path up here for my car. I'll just get out. Let's just hoof it. By the way, you get stuff very soon to make yourself run faster, which are so amazing. And I can't wait for those. Alright. So we've got all this coal here. We've got a bunch of oil. Now what are we going to do with it? I think the best thing to do is to process it. Of course, but where are we going to process it? Well, I was going to bring it down. We could still do that. And I'm zoomed way out, so I can kind of say, like, we could process it in this open space over here. That's actually probably still the best, so we could scale up. But we're going to need water as well. So let's just go, let's pretend. So what's the first thing we need? Let's just say we want to make blue science, just the first thing we want. So we need sulfur, advanced circuits, and engine units. And for advanced circuits, we need plastic. So the main things we need are plastic and sulfur. Now to get sulfur, we can simply combine petroleum gas with water. We get petroleum gas from oil processed in an oil refinery. So let's start putting down, here's our train doing its thing, oil refineries. And we could talk about these. So you'll see that oil refineries have several inputs and outputs, and the number of inputs and outputs depend upon what you're making. So I'm going to just put one down right here, and I'm going to say I want you to make this. And so to make this, all it needs is oil. And you can see then that it's going to tell us, okay, well, oil comes in, one of these inputs, and then out will come petroleum. But you can take more out if you want to have separate lines of petroleum. This gets important, and we'll look at this because pipes are a little bit different to manage than belts. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start bringing over the oil. And we're going to try to use as much underground belt work, pipe work as we can. But when you need to turn the corner, you do have to build like this, kind of. So you need to build one that's above the ground to turn the corner. You can't, for example, do this. You can build that, but you need to build this like that. And we'll just kind of max build this like that. And we're getting very close. Let me actually do it from here at this point. Trees in the way. Would it? All right. Pretty funny, but here we go. And remember, you want to build as much of these pipes underground as you possibly can because they will be less obstructive, of course, but they will also maintain pressure better. Awesome, here we go. Okay. Let's just do this like this. And then now we should have, oh, almost. There we go. Now we have oil. And you can see this guy is now getting oil. He doesn't have power, but that's not a problem for us. There we go. So here's power. It's coming in, and you can see that this is receiving plenty of oil. It's getting the maximum it needs, and it just has to process this into the petroleum gas. So this is correct. Now, while this is happening, you see the flames turned off. It's already full, so it can't do anything because it has all this extra gas. So what we need to do is we need to build ourselves a chemical plant that's going to accept this. And I'm going to build this over here for now because we have different things that we want to make. We want to make both plastic bars and we want to make sulfur. So let's just say if we wanted to make one line of sulfur right here, okay, we can have the pipe coming in like that. Oops, wrong. I didn't set that up right. Let me show you. You see how when we select the recipe, it changes this side into petroleum like that, and then this input wants water. So right away what I'm going to do, and you can just build over top like this, you can just replace piping with, like once you've built the above ground pipe, you can just build the underground pipe to just kind of replace it. But you want to do that. I need power over here because we're going to need to bring over water. So I need to bring both coal, which I've got right here, down here, and I need to bring water down here. So double whammy, but that's okay. As you can see, as you play more Factorio, you do more stuff, things just get more complicated, there's more demands. But in this case, it's not too bad, it's doing a lot of things that we already know. So we're just going to take an offshore pump, and we're going to put one here and one here. You really only need one. I'm just going to build two because I built two. And we need to bring power over here. Again, you could, if you wanted, bring up some coal and just, you know, produce power here. And we might at some point, but we're not in a rush currently to do that. Now, I'm kind of like bringing the wrong power pole. I could actually make the larger power poles if I wanted. I can make 41 of them to make life easier, and I'll probably start doing that. But because I've already built them, I'll just accept the fact that I like No, you know what? No, I won't. I was like, it's fine. Now let's build like a bunch of these. And then instead of these two, I still want the wider distribution up here, but all I'll have to do is like say this. We'll just kind of connect it like this, and then all I have to do is just max extend like this. There. Now, I still want to leave all these medium poles here because you can see, again, the medium poles distribute power over a wider range, and the larger poles distribute power further. Okay, so now we're just going to kind of run this pipe right here just to demonstrate, and then here we go. And again, if you want to do this fast, you can just hold down left click and it will build them at max distance. And in this case, we're going to need to kind of just turn the corner like so. And here we go, bringing it down. This is annoying. As pipes can be, but we'll get there. Luckily, we have all the pipes that we need. Eerily similar. But it's better to just have them right by each other. Almost got the water down. Okay. And here comes the water. Oh no. I did run out of pipe. Okay, but I can produce the pipe on me. Luckily, I have enough stuff to do that. Let me just make the rest here. There we go. Okay. So now I can just connect that. And there we go. How about that? We're making sulfur. Now, sulfur is actually a solid that comes out of the chemical plant. So to deal with it, we're actually going to need that. So there we go. Sulfur being made and stored right here. I don't need a lot of this. We'll have to be doing something with this, but I just want to demonstrate that we can actually build the sulfur like so. And then the next part of this fun is bringing over this. And I'm actually, I'll split it, I suppose. I'm going to make some nice splitters because I'm already using these red belts. So, should do it this way. Oh, can I build any of these? Not too many. But let's do it anyway. There we go. And we'll just bring this down here now. Okay. So another thing that we need is we want... No, it won't work. Yeah. Okay. We want petroleum. And we have petroleum running through here. But we need more petroleum. So, you know, we could just leave it like this. But another thing that you can do is you can just connect this. No, I can't do it like that. Here, let me get rid of this and put this. Yes. I'm going to use this like so, and then right. Okay. Let me get rid of this. Little confusing when you're working with pipes sometimes. So what I want is for this pipe. There we go. No, not water. Okay, yeah. That didn't work the way I had intended. We can't... Oh. I see what happened. Okay, that was funny. This is still working. Oh boy. That was not what I meant to do. Here, give me my chemical plant back. You monster. Here we go. Okay, this is going to be making sulfur. What I was trying to engineer is this. And pipes will always... This is what makes pipes hard, is that they will want to work, like, connect to each other. And, you know, you're just like, no, don't do that. But here we go. All right, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to run this down here really quickly. This is bad, and we'll redo this in a moment. You could see we're having a spotty time getting enough being made right here. But something that you can do is I can just pipette this, make another one, right? Pipette the power line. And then I can actually feed this over here. And I could say, hey, can you make me this? And, oh, we need the power to actually connect. And then now it's making what we want. And I can then connect my pipe like this. So I'm bringing oil here from the main pipe, and you see I'm giving it to both of these oil refineries. And I'm running a pipeline here that will take oil and give it to all of the refineries. And then this is giving... I can actually get rid of this and just give this a dedicated line and be separate. But sometimes it's fun to just merge like everything into one, you know, super pipe. But in this case, just for the beginning, let's go ahead and just do it. Start this very simply. Like so. And then I'm going to create a chemical plant that is going to go like this. And then we're going to say, hey, can you make plastic? And it actually has an input for 2 in case, you know, we wanted to do that. It needs power, sure. And then it needs something else. What does it need? This. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this actually like that. And then, you know, you can just pick this up and give it to this. And then we can do this to start putting out plastic. And if we wanted to, we can, you know, put plastic into a bin to keep the production going. So there we go, everybody. We now actually have, if we're looking at blue science, sulfur and plastic. Now we just need to start taking this plastic and creating advanced circuits. So to do that, we have an option of, do we want to put the second train car back on and actually send plastic on this train and then transport the plastic from this train station on a belt over here, or do we want to try to transport plastic all the way here? The train is a smarter play, but it's a little bit more complicated. So we can experiment with that. Next time, trying to use 2 different ingredients on the same train, it will slow it down. Or if we wanted to get really wild, we could have 2 different trains both using this track with a signal. So that's something else to consider. Alright, everybody, I hope you're still finding this series to be fun and useful. We have got oil coming in. We are processing it in refineries and then using chemical plants two ways, one with water, one with coal, to produce two different results. And we can start scaling these up, taking our oil, building more refineries all the way across, more chemical plants for sulfur and for plastic all the way to the left if we wish. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care.